That's what I said. But you recognized him first, so.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, we see a lot of killers. But them eyes is always telling you the ones who on the edge.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I remember he had the little whoop in his joint or whatever.
Yeah. He itchy.
Yeah.
He was itchy.
Yeah.
And again, a whole bunch of none of my business for the strength that this was the first time in my life where the police told me to keep going there to check the white dude behind me. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck is free day? It's Black Free Day. The motherfuckers had everything locked down. And as you roll by, they'll check your car, right? If you black, they waved you on. If you white, they stopped and they checked that motherfucking car. I was like, God damn, that shit was cool. It was never happened before, man, ever. What's happening? This Gator.
What's happening? This Mamba.
And it's the Gator and Mamba show.
Welcome. Thank y'all for tuning in as you always do so faithfully to check out two inspiring young gentlemen pop off and show you what's happening. First, we're gonna start with actually, before I start off, there's a reason, and I'm gonna clue you in. There's a reason I'm wearing this shirt. Today is Tupac's birthday, June 1, 671. The day mama pushed me out of the womb, told me nigga get paid. So, just wanted to throw that out there. Damn, you can't even show Pac some love.
You know
That's
you
your
know I
favorite
love Pac.
artist, and you gonna act funny.
But
this
it's
motherfucker
not
gonna
acting
act
funny. It's all in the nigga ass. You know, it's his birthday, so
Wow,
goddamn
pause.
what? I mean, like, Jesus. I mean, we love Pac to death, nigga, but goddamn, today is also 2 days before Octo Games.
Yeah, well, I think it deserves to mention Pac because he definitely inspired these two individuals right here to be relentless, to be consistent, and to be unapologetic. So thanks, Pac. Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace.
So as we get started, talking about weekend. So it was a great weekend for me. I'm sure it was for you. What happened with you this weekend?
Well, this is Father's Day weekend, so my kids call me all, hey, what you want? What you want? So I say, they always tell me I'm so hard to buy for. So I'm like, just give me your time, man. You ain't got to give me $1. You know what I mean? Just come give me your time. That means the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They was cute. They came over, told me we go barbecue. Yeah, right. Not on my grill.
Right.
But
I ain't eating your food.
it was great that they say no. I ain't knocking them down. I'm simply saying, on my grill has one grill master. You know what I mean? On mine's. On yours, you can grill away. So
you had a good time with yours.
I grilled them some burgers. They thought they came straight out of I don't know where they came out of, off of the Bison
Restaurant.
But
they came off the Bison.
but either way,
what the hell?
they was good. They was good, and they was like, yeah, you know what I mean. So it was fantastic, How
Yeah,
about
man.
you?
Yeah. I enjoyed my Father's Day too. My day is, and my kids say the same thing. We don't know what to get you. Say the man who has everything or whatever. I'm like, well, I don't, and I don't want nothing. I can't pinpoint you to what I want because I don't want stuff.
It's material stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want stuff.
Yeah,
it don't matter,
material
man.
stuff.
That shit don't matter.
You can't just buy.
But spending time, say less. Because you when they grow up, they get their own lives and stuff, and they spend that time. And usually when they only talk to you, they ask for money and some shit like that. So it's good to sit down and, talk about your life and talk about the ins and outs, play games, play the games that y'all played when y'all was little and stuff like that to just cause conversation and stuff like that. I ended up being so tired. I faded out. I was tired as hell just from all the activity and stuff like that. Grandbaby was over and stuff like that too. So it was definitely popping. It was that's all I could ever want. It's just time. But
yeah, man, you can't. That ain't that ain't something that is given easily either. You know,
Yeah.
especially when you got
Time is
older
currency.
kids. You know what I mean? They moving and they grooving and they doing things. But
Trying
what
to find their way.
they really are understanding is that time is because they had kids. You know what I mean? And they got to understand that for your kids, you got to do the same thing. You got to make sure that time is given through the generations so that they can appreciate something. Let's get back our culture by, one family at a time. You know what I mean? Family values, things that we talk about, things that we do, eating dinner at the same time, going to bed at, I don't know, watching movies at a certain time on Fridays.
time together.
Whatever we doing, let's do it together so that we build a routine on how to love each other.
Yeah. Purposely care for one another. Purposely put some action together so it shows like we actually trying, just like you would do in any damn relationship. A family just in general, you can't just expect shit to fall together. You got to put work on it, just like any goddamn relationship.
Yeah, bring Nana back to the house, right? Bring Nana back in the house so she can watch the kids, so that you could be free to take care of the household. You don't feel like there's much pressure on you.
Yeah.
Now you ain't knocking on the man's head talking about you ain't doing as much as me. Even all the dynamics phase out when you bring back more support and more love to the situation.
Yeah, that's that shit we learned in Kenya with the Maasai tribe. How they have the elders watch over the kids or whatever. The wife is building the house, making the home comfortable, and the men are out protecting and or looking for food and stuff like that to bring home and stuff. So everybody got their place in understanding. But if don't nobody know they place in understanding because you ain't putting practices in, everybody just off willy-nilly doing bullshit. Or doing their own thing, which is individualism, which is America.
It's America for you.
So, we got a great topic today, but we want to get into some news that occurred here, specifically locally, that we want to try to throw up and make certain folks don't know we are here in Minnesota. That's how we where we operate from. Soon to be all over, but right now we stationed in Minnesota. Yeah.
Oh.
Soon
You
to
be
be,
telling, man. You be dry snitching a
I
lot.
said soon to be all over. When did I say a specific location? Cállate la boca. So
I don't think you really know what that means. You say that all the goddamn, that's the only Spanish you know, and I don't think you know what it means.
it's funny
For
every
real.
time I say it, you quiet though. So so as I was saying, this weekend some serious shit happened. And granted, actually, can y'all send me the names of the two individuals who passed so I can announce their name respectfully? There was some incidents, not even incident, assassination that occurred Father's Day weekend. Actually, it happened Saturday, from what I gather. Here in Minnesota, more specifically in Champlain and Brooklyn Park. And they know his name now, but at that time, it was a person with a mask who was dressed up as a
Why you just don't say his name?
I don't know his name.
They said his name, man.
I don't know his name. You say his name.
So then tell Ricky to give us his name.
I'm waiting on the two individuals.
There you go. You got the name, nigga.
Hortman was Hortman and her husband were the two individuals that passed. Senator Hoffman was shot, as well as his wife was shot. So
His
Melissa
wife woke
Hortman
up.
and her husband Mark were shot and killed in their home. And Senator Hoffman and his wife were actually shot, and they're in the hospital, I believe, still recovering from those gunshot wounds. So there was assassination attempts on Hoffman, but this individual did assassinate these two individuals from what people say is politically charged. I don't know what the political aspect of it is, because apparently they haven't investigated him well enough, but they did say he had somewhat of a manifesto. So manifestos is like they got a list of motherfuckers they coming after.
Amen.
And it was 45
Wait a minute,
people
man.
on that particular list.
Wait a minute, just a second. I believe you know more than what you're saying, and I believe that you know more than what the news is saying, and then I think you're just trying to get the people the same old hogwash the news give you for 24/7 every hour. They talking about the same shit, but you know a little bit more, because don't you know that dude personally?
So, no, what the fuck?
You do. That's your guy, man.
So
that assassin dude is your guy.
So I remember we were at an event, and you hint the word "we." We're at an event.
Oh, now you're a snitch.
Nigga,
you're a full snitch.
You just whole snitched on me. Now I can't bring you down with me.
I say that you know this nigga personally.
We know this motherfucker, and not personally.
No, nigga, you told me who that motherfucker was. You know him, though.
You called me and said, "Hey, man, don't we know this dude?"
No, I said that nigga look familiar.
Right. And I said, you know what? I think he was at an event that we was at when he was protecting Waltz, Governor Waltz. He was doing security detail when he's protecting Governor Waltz. That's what I said. But you recognized him first, so.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, we see a lot of killers. But them eyes is always telling you the ones who on the edge. You know what I mean?
I remember he had the little whoop in his joint or whatever.
Yeah. He itchy. He was itchy. Yeah. And again, a whole bunch of none of my business for the strength that this was the first time in my life where the police told me to keep going there, check the white dude behind me. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck is free day? It's Black Free Day. The motherfuckers had everything locked down. And as you roll by, they'll check your car, right? If you black, they waved you on. If you white, they stopped and they checked that motherfucking car. I was like, God damn, that shit was cool. It was never happened before, man, ever.
No, usually so. Hear my shit. Hear my shit.
Shit. It's usually, even though they know it's a white guy, they still checking you like, you might be hiding them in the truck. This day, the motherfucker was like, go ahead.
But one of the main reasons why this is even brought up, why we would even care, because Gator and Mamba have told y'all a number of times we don't give a shit about this politics shit and all this shit. To a degree, right? We have a best friend and brother who is the mayor of Brooklyn Park. Actually, he was on one of our episodes, and given the fact that at that time in that structure, no one knew what that assassin was, who he was going to, or anything like that. Presumably, our brother was affected. So he and I called each other and like, hey, we pulling up? What the fuck is going on? He was like, we got the Brooklyn Park PD and shit. I'm like, fuck all that shit. We talking about us. Right. So he was like, hey, I'm good. I got enough around me. I'm like, all right, but if shit changed, man, it ain't nothing but a call. It ain't nothing but a text. And we there. And we there. If we up all night, don't give a fuck. We there. So
you want me to tell you what they were saying in Brooklyn Park? Oh, I'm scared. And as we know, in Brooklyn Park, it's a lot of the diaspora community here, right? And it vibrated. Everybody's scared. They locked the streets. The streets was ghost town, right? I was like,
what,
now
nigga?
you know he ain't coming to get y'all.
Right.
And then
you ain't no politician.
Right.
You ain't.
And then as they locked down Brooklyn Park, I was like, now what you think that this motherfucker then waited in Brooklyn Park so that you can come get him? You know what I mean? Like he just gonna be just sitting here in Brooklyn Park. Where they get him at?
Let me sit and stay. I don't know where they picked him up at.
Do you know where they picked him up? Yeah, up north at his house. He made it all the way up north. While you was still
looking, this nigga
you locked down the whole Brooklyn Park, and he made it all the way up north. Why the fuck you locked down Brooklyn Park for?
He up north, and he went to his own cabin?
Yeah. They found out who you was quickly. Now, remember the episode we had on the Mark of the Beast? We had that episode, right?
Yeah.
On the Mark of the Beast, right?
Yeah.
How do you think they be finding these motherfuckers so quick, right? Nigga, before you got to your house in the up north, they knew your whole full name.
They follow you. They track you. Just like I was just having this problem on his goddamn phone.
They got his car because he had a shootout with the police and ran off on foot.
And he left his car. Yeah. Isn't that how it always happened, though? Don't it? As you hear the stories, doesn't it always happen where they get a shootout with the police, They run off and leave their car, and they always have a manifesto in their car. Tell me I'm wrong. Ask ChatGPT.
Read off the primary targets in the manifesto.
Oh, why?
Wait. The primary target. Read it off, nigga, because I asked you that.
Oh, okay. Democratic federal and state leaders. So Senator Amy Klobuchar, Tina Smith, U.S. Representatives Ilhan Omar, Angie Craig, Kelly Morrison, Betty McCollum, Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, Attorney General Keith Ellison. Oh, they trying to go off Ellison? Oh, you trying to ride? And then Melissa Hortman, House of Representatives.
Hey, that motherfucker, Musk said, all the politicians who let down the American people is gonna pay.
Verbatim?
Is that how he's?
I don't know.
Is this how they pay? Is this how they pay?
Oh, you said.
Is this how they pay? He said that.
He said
he said that because you know him and Trump is at it.
Yeah, him and Trump is at it. So he's doing some hired guns.
I don't know. I heard the nigga say
Ooh-wee.
I heard him say the politicians that let down the American people is going to, or maybe they gonna get fired. Maybe he didn't say pay. Maybe he said he gonna get fired. Did he say that? Can we confirm or deny?
I don't know what. Okay.
Ask ChatGPT. It'll tell you.
You always ask Chat. But anyway, that's the main reason why we give a fuck. Not saying we don't give a fuck about a life lost, but specifically, if my brother's life is threatened and I ride with him, you ain't coming for this one. So that's what the word was. So that's why it was so important, because just making sure him and his family was taken care of. All right.
Well, I mean, they did that real well themselves, man. I don't think it was pretty much anything we could have did to help out in the situation. They you know, lazily locked down the city that he already did the attack in, and it was long gone. And the only way you found him is because he left his car open with the manifesto and his ID next to each other. And he had he wrote a personal note to say, and this is where I'm wearing. And if you follow the map, this is how you catch me.
Nigga ain't say nothing like that.
Because it'd be too easy, right? It'd be too fucking easy, right? If you going to kill somebody, you leaving shit in the car now?
Leaving shit in the car.
Even the young thugs know better than that.
Not nowadays.
Oh, they say do.
Not nowadays.
Oh, well then why you ain't catch the Kia boys? yeah, nigga, they know better. Nigga, it's common sense.
Them little niggas is 12.
They 12, nigga, and they smart enough not to leave no fucking evidence in the car.
Well,
and one more thing. Why is it that these motherfuckers always get captured alive?
that's actually a transitional point I was going to be making. Like, wow, this
is crazy.
Nigga got clinked, and he can go to Perkins and all that. I'm not saying he went to
Bob,
Perkins, but what
let's
the fuck?
talk about this over Starbucks. Just come on
Like,
down to
they
Starbucks,
knew where
and we'll
he
talk
was.
about you.
Hey, come on out with your hands up. They ain't unload on that motherfucker.
Huh?
Like, we know you done killed politicians,
Man, listen.
white politicians
Man,
at that,
listen.
and they ain't unload on the house, on the cabin.
Listen,
Come on, man.
Just be real for real with your own self, right? Had he been a Spanish dude, we'll be at war with Mexico right now.
ICE would have ate that shit up.
We'll be at war with Mexico right now. Trump would have stood up. I happened to catch one of them goddamn clips of that white policeman. He say, if you spit on us, you go to the hospital, then go to jail. If you throw something at us, you going to go to the hospital, then go to jail. If you shoot anything at us, we're going to be notifying your parents or your next of kin that you're no longer available.
Oh, you talking about the thing in L.A. and shit?
I don't know. I seen that white man on TV
Yeah.
tell motherfuckers to your face, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, you talking about
Nigga,
L.A.
if
and
you
shit.
throw something at me, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to end you. Wait, fuck that. Let's say verbatim what he really said. If you throw something at me, I'm going to put you in the hospital.
Yep.
So what? So nigga, if I hit you with a Twinkie, you gonna hurt me? You gonna break a bone?
They gonna kill you.
Yeah,
That's the
I
thought
know what they gonna do
process.
to you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying what he said out his mouth.
That's what he even means to him, because you hurt his feelings.
Nigga, we live in a country where these motherfuckers will tell you to your face, we will end you. Nigga, how you got so much authority that you could tell a motherfucker to their face, we'll end you. Fuck the rules. We're tired. We got low, what did he say? Staffing or whatever, inventory, whatever they got low policemen or whatnot. Nigga, that's your own fucking fault. That ain't our fault. We don't want to be you. Sorry.
Next current event, right. So next one, I don't know all the ins and outs of tariffs and shit. I only hear bits and pieces, but there's this one thing that's happening with Trump that now he's doing more. What do you call it? You can't visit, so you can't visit certain places.
A travel ban. Yeah.
Yes, travel ban. So he put another travel ban out, which will affect 35 more countries. In that travel ban, do you know that Nigeria and Ghana are on that travel ban?
For what?
So, look, I don't read all the bullshit to say, well, they haven't give this tax and we feel that there may be some dangerous people coming from that and all this other kind of bullshit or whatever. But we know for a fact since actually 2020, to be honest, there have been more black people that have wanted to travel to Ghana and Nigeria
and Egypt
and Egypt, because that's on there too, and want to stick and stay there because they trying to escape.
Because they learning stuff. And they coming back here. They coming back here and then they don't want to be a slave.
It's the remembering.
This motherfucker is trying to trap you. If you're banned from traveling to these places, right? Now the plan of you becoming a slave can go into effect.
Yeah.
You can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna make it. Nigga, I'm just gonna beat you down. Who go stop me?
Yeah. And
y'all niggas finna be slaves. Y'all better raise up, nigga. You gotta get us all in one.
Ain't like you can go into, because they pulling out books and certain shit in the library and schools and all that. So it ain't like you got a history that you're gonna be learning about.
They can't pull out ChatGPT though.
They can't pull out the internet. They can't pull out ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's too late, nigga. The information is out. And them Gen Z boys, they know it.
But
Gen Z boys,
look at the fact. The fact that they chopping it all down to specific places in Africa that they know we going to.
Here we already been. Stop it.
So we expressed on one of our episodes the value of traveling to Africa, not just for aha moments and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, if you have a business here, you have 10 times more of a business over in Africa, over in Ghana, over in Nigeria. If you step foot there, work with some networks and shit like that, use the capital that you have here.
It's a ban. What the fuck?
However the fuck you get over there.
Wait, now you're trying to put them in jail, man. We don't want them making an easy target.
You going, ain't you? You still going, ain't you?
You a snitch.
Okay.
You just a teller, man. That's
shit,
what you
I'm
is.
still going. Fuck. But
U.S. government, I don't know what this nigga talking about.
Use your currency that you have here. It will multiply there and help your business out 10 times fold, and you will grow your business well off. And that's the thing that they are scared of, because I mean, I'm telling you,
what happens if you travel?
The conversations that we had with them over there compared to our experience, they're like, really? They still so dumbfounded. Like really? That's how it is?
Ricky, what is the penalty for violating the travel ban? You can continue talking. Sorry, sir. I just want to get. I'm so curious of what you're gonna do to me if I violate. I just want to know. I just want to know the penalties.
Well, what was the penalties trying to travel to Cuba when they cut off Cuba? So basically, he's saying there's a way around it. Interesting.
I already figured out before he even got done talking.
Y'all get y'all citizenship.
Right,
Stop bullshit.
Right.
Get y'all a dual citizenship, and you straight. Man.
And you straight. What you gonna do?
You ain't do shit then, because I'm a citizen over this motherfucker.
Yep.
I ain't saying that's the way to do it, but I'm saying you might want to think about it.
So maybe he's attacking every country who's joining with is the Burkina Faso dude? Is that
No, because that's Chad, Mali, Niger, and I think those are the main three. And Ivory Coast is kind of sliding in too. It's only those ones. Nigeria is still British kind of thing.
Yeah, Nigeria is the holdout, right? I think if they get Nigeria to come on board, we got Africa, right?
Yeah. Nigeria got so many people there. So
get Nigeria on board. Nigeria is the holdout, you know what I mean? And I think to my people, maybe I should go have a word with them.
Yoruba. Well, tonight's topic, y'all. I know that was interesting well enough, but we do have shit we want to go over. What we calling this is hood politics. So the question with that is, who really pulling the strings in the community? Great fucking question, right? Because to be honest, it kind of seems like it comes from multiple directions and or one particular point. What do you think?
You better not ask me right now.
I did.
Okay.
So my question is, who got more influence in the hood?
Wait, don't give me no parameters. You asked me one question.
Yeah.
And I would like to answer that question. I don't think nobody of the color of the hood runs the hood.
Nobody black or brown.
Or black or brown has control of the hood. I think control of the hood may be not from the U.S. government, but mainly from the 1%ers who's making the world move.
So you're saying it's not even a political rule. It is a cash flow because the cash rules everything around. Basically,
it's a byproduct. If you take from something, you leave something taken from.
Yeah.
And that whatever's dried up and decrepit. Decaying, sure. That is the hood.
So we're saying that that 1% is, and this is just painting a picture, that 1% is taking so much away that they're the most influenced, given the fact that their influence is money.
Mm-hmm.
That influence looks like what in terms of our religion, our religious foundations, our religious leaders. What does that look like? Because I'm gonna start with there first.
What does what look like exactly?
So how is the 1% influence the religious leader?
I believe the 1% influences the religious leader by supporting the religion.
Okay, is that not a good thing? Why they can't support the religion?
Because you have multiple religions, which means you still have a divide.
But the religions
the 1%ers are only interested in division because that's how they can get what they need from you. If everybody's on the same page, it'd be harder to get what you need from people. So you need people divided in thinking and believing in different things so that you can exploit each one of them in little groups versus the big group.
So the 1% says, let me influence the Catholic, let me influence the Baptist, let me influence the Lutheran.
Doesn't that sound smart? My mind can conceive that that's what I would do. Why couldn't somebody to rule?
But how is the 1% influencing those particular preachers? How are they?
They're not the preachers.
Because
the preacher believes in what they believe in. They believe wholeheartedly, but they still believe in a created system.
Mm-hmm.
But they believe in that created system so much that they're willing to kill for it. which is exactly against the thing that they believe from the very beginning.
So, which could be into the case in point to where how, in terms of these religious aspects, there is a lot of the bare minimum being done. Let's say even for homelessness or whatever, when they perfectly have the capacity, to be honest, to end it all.
We did a show about
We did.
buildings.
We did.
We know that there's more abandoned buildings than there are homeless people.
Right.
If they wanted to put people in houses, they can.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
why is it illegal for me to tell you that if you build my house, I'll water and maintain your garden and lawn for life? Barter and trade. You got something I need, I got something you need. We just
That's the worldly way. Should be the worldly way.
we've seen it in the
Yeah.
world,
Yeah.
but it's outlawed and banned here. If you do that here without permission, you are in violation of the law.
Yep. Got to collect the tax.
Yes, they do.
Got to collect the tax.
And
So-
and now you can't fly nowhere either.
So, how is it affecting? So we talked about the preacher. How's it affecting? Which is a very easy one. I ain't even gonna go to that one yet. I'll say, how's it affecting the what is it? It says the plug, but we'll say the
I know what the
street-
plug is,
the
nigga.
average street nigga.
I know what the plug is.
Mhm.
How does what affect the plug?
The 1%.
The plug works for the 1%. The 1% knows the plug's name, address, social security number, what foods they like to eat on Sundays, how many girls they slept with. That plug the 1% them sent them a couple girls.
Mm.
Right? Because think about it. The stuff that you sell, aside from weed, don't grow here in this country. So it has to be brought here.
Mhm.
And seeing that we were brought here, we certainly didn't have the equipment to go get it.
So 1% helps to maintain the degradation of the people.
You think dope money don't go to the 1%'s pocket? You think nobody ain't buying Teslas with they dope money?
Right, right.
I mean, let's that money, good money.
All right, cool. How, which is easiest? This is the easiest one. Does it influence the politician? I said it's the easy one.
Wait a minute. The politician cannot be influenced by anybody and or anything but money.
Mm.
Their sole purpose is pocket lining, putting themselves in position to gain. They the most slippery. All you got to do, right? And this is for my people out there. This is for my people who know what I'm talking about, right? All you got to do is scratch the words and feel the energy, right? You can feel the confused shooting at you energy. They attack and they fight and it's all for personal gain.
Yeah.
It's all for maneuvering to be in a position to gain.
You know, the heavy fucked up part about it, because that's the reality, right? The heavy fucked up part about it is that there was this study that showed, we'll just say because I can't think of anybody else. Oh, well, yeah, I can say like Nancy Pelosi. She's, what is she, Speaker of the House or some shit? Like, yeah, was Speaker of the House. Before she got in, she was worth this amount, right? Humble amount, right? Maybe she was, because of her parents and shit, she got a $2 million. She's a $2 millionaire, right? As she's been in there for 10 or so years, it's more than tripled. What she earns is more than tripled.
Now, how the fuck is that possible?
Now, I don't.
for a non-paid civil servant.
Well, you paid. You paid. They
But
paid,
they pay
paid
you
a
low.
couple. Yeah, they paid
Yeah.
a couple $100,000.
Yeah, they lowball you.
Yeah,
Though.
yeah. You only paid a couple $100,000. How does that equate
It don't.
to tens
It
and
don't.
20s of
All you
millions
gotta do
of
is
dollars?
follow the money, man.
Yeah,
Follow the money.
Yeah.
You don't believe what a nigga saying? Follow the money, man. Follow the money, man.
That's bottom line.
Do your own
Bottom line.
investigation. You know what I mean?
If you
Like,
don't believe
come on, man.
anything, follow the money.
For real. You know what I mean? Like you what you're doing is you don't want to wake up. You don't want to realize the position in the situation that you're in, right? You don't want to know, how this country does you. You know what I mean? I just happened to catch a motherfucker.
Willful ignorance. That's what it's called.
That's what they doing. Like Ignorance is bliss. Was my man in the Matrix with the
Yeah,
red? He
yeah.
wanted to go back in there because he didn't want to believe what the fuck was happening. You know what I mean? That's these motherfuckers out here because they know what's happening. The lady came on the internet. She had the Fanta soda pop. And she was talking to him about all the shit in there. She was like, hey, man, is this in here in America, right? She say in the UK, we got orange juice, carrots for the color, and something else, you know what I mean? But it ain't this. Why are you allowing them to kill you? And then they talking about these motherfuckers be coming on TV all the time talking about we're researching cancer. You motherfuckers is phony too, right? Because you know what the cancer come from, the fucking chemicals that you put in people's body. But you're going to keep talking about your research. What the fuck you researching?
You know, China just got a cure for, I'm sorry, not cancer, diabetes. They got a cure for diabetes. Do you know who's causing havoc about it?
America.
Pharmaceutical.
Of course.
They're like, we ain't telling our people
We
that.
ain't finna get no money?
We put them because it's worth their industry at that point with diabetes medicine, insulin is worth $21 billion.
But can I tell you something? This is how you can tell like they super dummies, right? Because it's more money in the cure than it is in keeping motherfuckers sick.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can develop and create so much more and evolve by fixing what's broke, right? Then keep it. What mindset will keep something broke so they can keep gaining from it?
Demonic, evil, negative, all of the above.
And motherfuckers just sitting around, I don't know, George. Which way did he go?
No, it's willful
Nigga,
ignorance.
Like, what?
They
Nigga,
was like,
we telling you,
I heard something like that,
nigga,
but
we got
I'm not gonna
100
move on
motherfucking
it.
followers, nigga. But we telling these niggas the whole game. And these niggas don't even want to listen.
Hey, that's like, what do you say? I can sell this
100
shit for $1.
motherfuckers sitting there listening like, yeah, that shit might be true. Nigga, find out then if we lying.
But
Sorry.
I ain't gonna make no movements on it.
Yeah,
All right, I got a question.
and they finna trap you in here. You gonna be banned from everything next.
Are community leaders chosen? Are community leaders chosen by the people or by outside money?
Say it again.
Are community leaders chosen by people or by outside money?
Before I answer that question, I'm gonna need an example of a community leader.
I ain't giving no names.
Because you don't know none.
I ain't giving no
Well,
names.
you don't know none.
I know a number of them. So when we say community leaders, whether they're your politicians, whether they're your preachers, whether they're your civic
Wait a minute,
duty
so
individuals and
you're
stuff
trying
like
to
that.
tell me that I gotta include niggas getting over in this community leader conversation. Like, why do I have to include it? I know these niggas is getting over because I know that they ain't making no change.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
What's the question?
It's simple, binary question. Are they
Okay.
chosen by the people or are they chosen by money?
They chosen by money.
So you feel like when you think of most of the leaders that are out here in the community, they're chosen by money.
Yes, they want to get the bag.
So are we saying they're chosen because of greed aspect, or are they chosen because they're trying to do their thing and that they happen to get in that cycle of influence? Let's say the nonprofit sector.
I'm going to say that for any man, even a man with the best intentions, the moment you start to enterprise and take care of more people, right, it costs more. Your budget gets bigger, right? Then it becomes a time where you now have to find, more money to support more people. And then the challenge comes to you. What do you do? Right? You know what I mean? there is an easier way that you have always explored your whole life, and there's a harder way that you know what I mean, is unknown. You don't know what's on the other side. But if you go that way, you know that your integrity sticks, right? It's less people who take that road than who fall back to the easy road.
Yeah,
is all I'm trying to say.
And another aspect to in addition to is even if and when at times when if the community chooses these particular leaders, unfortunately, what has happened a number of times is that they get in that cycle, they get in this world, they get in this governmental red tape. You can do this. You can make sure that if you're going to teach a lesson, then the lesson has to be approved by us because this is too deep, this is too in depth. And if you want this money, you got to abide by these particular rules. So they can't even give the whole content of what they really want to do eventually anyway. So even over time, as anybody that wears down on a motherfucker, and you just not anybody, but some people that wears down on a motherfucker, and you just give up. Like, fuck it, this is my way of living. This is how I feed my family. I'm not gonna go the extra mile. They only gonna give me this much, and they stick and stay with what is.
Well, it also coincides with, what they've been taught, right? And I'll tell you the truth. The American educational system does a whammy on you, right?
Man.
So even when you think that you got your values and your goals aligned to the right way, right? You still been taught a baseline of hatred where it might be your own kind, you know what I mean? It might be whatever, but what happens is, they start to still be able, because they got the money that they're dingling in front of you, they still able to put you on nigga against nigga. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden, just remember, we was in this sector with them, right?
Yep.
And all of a sudden, we your enemy, nigga. We're not trying to get your money. We're not trying to do nothing that you're trying to do. However, they told you that we was your enemy, and so you thought we was your enemy.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, where is the, let me see for myself. Let me see a character for myself. Let me talk to a brother. Let's go sit down and have some coffee and figure out. You know what I mean?
As we attempted to
do with them,
like,
right?
Hey,
and we still fuck with them.
I know they granting us. They trying to grant us this money, but we still gonna do what the fuck we
gonna spend it with you.
We need you. Let's fuck with you. That's what we was on.
That's exactly how we came. That's exactly how we came. And they say, wham. So what we did is we jumped out of their lane. Like, oh, nigga, we don't want to be no way associated with nobody who go, hey, us, turn around and all your guys, they down here, we're going to all disappear. What?
Then they start telling on you.
Yeah. That's your community leaders, though.
That's your community leaders, yep.
But I'll tell you some community leaders if you allow me to. I'll tell you some community leaders for real. They like the unsung heroes. You don't hear about them, right?
Who they are?
They your coaches, right? They them deans at them schools, right? Them deans, right?
Yeah.
They them streetwalkers, the ones who got who's walking in the hood telling you to do something different, right?
Yeah.
The people who've been from the hood, you seen them your whole life. You seen them grow up there, you know what I mean? Them people, them shining knights, but they always get overlooked, right? Nobody ever says nothing about it. Coach has been keeping your kids in line for years, for 20 years. You won't get this nigga a award, but he been making sure that your kids ain't ending up in gangs on the wrong side of the law because he been putting in so much. These boxing coaches, y'all ain't saying nothing about the real heroes, right? You talking about some nigga with a politician and a motherfucking bow tie nigga singing and dancing in front of a camera, and then you talking about this is my leader. No, he ain't. He your leader, nigga.
Your leader. They want you to believe it though. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that touched hearts.
Man, I remember.
And changed your direction.
Shit, the director at the Boys and Girls Club, man.
Oh,
remember
my
the Boys
God.
and Girls
Oh,
Club?
my God.
Like, come on, man. Like people who really give their heart and their energy into trying to make sure that you develop as a person, right? Not motherfuckers who just trying to take and strap you down.
Shit, fucking teachers even. You know what I mean?
Some.
Not all. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about not all teachers, goddammit. I got a question. Can the hood create its own power structure outside of government systems?
Oh my God. You talking about the dream that
Right.
I pray every night.
Wake up!
Can we? Of course we can, right? It takes one trip to Ghana. It takes one trip to Nigeria. It takes one trip to Egypt to see a structure of people who look like you maintaining a government system all on their own with no help from neither soul. You see it done. It's being done. Why can't it operate here?
Yeah.
You know why it can't operate here? Because they need to steal from us. You know what I mean? They would rather go to war if they can't continue to steal from us. And I ain't talking about just black folks either, right? Because I learned through this podcast journey that this ain't about a black and white. This is about
It's
money.
about the empire.
Money.
It's about the empire. What we
No
call
money.
it is the empire.
Money. That's it, right? They want everybody to be treated the same. They need workers. That's what they need. They need workers, right? And they need your mind to be filled with a whole bunch of images so that you can continue to work.
Yeah.
Because if you wake up and say, I can produce on my own, which you can, the squirrel can, the bird can, you can. Remember we seen in Kenya? All fruits, vegetables,
Everywhere.
flowers,
Everywhere.
herbs, spices growing in the grass.
And that's that's the fucked up funny part about that is, and I say fucked up funny on purpose because it's a double-edged sword. Man, I had to go get these shirts for Octo Games, and I was caught in traffic and shit, and I was heading north, basically, further north, right? And I'm looking on the side, right, and I'm looking at all this land, and I'm saying, damn, okay, it's pretty, right? They make this land around parks and shit like that just to look pretty and presentable, but it's like it's fucking land. Like, let people grow shit outside of just your normal, because that's what's in Kenya. In Kenya, you drive, you see, okay, now you got these plants, you got some herbs, you got some flowers, you want flowers. It's like, no, all this land is being used to grow shit. As opposed to here, where it's like, nah, you can only grow our seeds. Yeah, it's so overly fucking regulated. And that's what they want. They want a battery. They want a motherfucking battery to make sure you do what the fuck you're supposed to do, and you don't charge too much where you think you can do something independently. We want you to depend on the nipple of the government, basically, and keep riding by it.
Yep.
Well, man, I don't need the middle finger this time. I'm pretty sure we went thorough with this motherfucker right here. So you got a black business you shouting out?
Did they leave me one in the comments? I heard they was talking shit in the comments. I hope they had enough to leave a black business I can shout out.
I'm gonna shout out to Startup Hustle. Y'all be doing it. You
I'm gonna shout out to no, because did he comment in the motherfucking thing? Nigga?
Yeah, he actually had our back in the motherfucker.
Okay, well let him read it and I'm finna shout him out, nigga.
But yo, we shouting out to Startup Hustle. Ricky definitely hustles hard. So much respect. But
and I know it's only 100 of y'all, but the world still want to hear y'all.
Look here,
business.
we got
and what
100
you got going on.
subscribers. I'm gonna need y'all to tap in. And y'all say you
What
like
they gonna do? Nigga, there's already 100 of them.
We need
They
more.
gonna,
Get 100
double
more.
up. Nigga, tell your wives, tell your mates to
Double up.
click in too.
We ain't Gilly and Wallow or whatever, but they started from a certain position
Wait,
too.
Can you tell a nigga you'll pay them to do it? Is that something? Is that illegal?
I ain't paying nobody to fucking.
I'll give you $1 subscriber. Now.
$1 subscriber.
Now.
Hey, I'll do that.
Okay, then. All right, then. Nigga, $1 subscriber.
You got
nigga, what's happening?
$2 a
$2
subscriber.
subscriber, nigga, now. The shit's adding up. So one of them little 13-year-old kids that's real smart.
Real subscribers, by the way.
We gotta interact. We we need some
Not
shit
no
talking.
motherfucking bot.
Or okay, here it is.
We do got a comment on this. I love this. Big up Gator Mamba, Phil from Nairobi, Kenya.
Oh, that's my man
Phil.
Phil.
That's my man Phil. Phil, shout out to Phil.
That's Phil.
Keep
Phil,
working. We got you, dog.
My black business is Phil. Phil is a independent driver in Kenya. He be riding around making his things. If you know Phil or you contact with Phil, Phil be working at the Glee right now. But he works independently, so contact Phil, get your drive from Phil, let him pick you up from the airport. Phil's the man.
We about to send Phil back to school so he can get his tech diploma or whatever they get there. So, yo, thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for commenting. Thank y'all for just being a part of this, because we're going to keep it going as long as we can. We just hope y'all keep tapping in.
And if y'all want us to stop talking shit, say so, man.
Just say so. We'll stop.
Niggas
the fuck
stop
about this
paying
bitch
for
if
this
it ain't
goddamn
interested.
shit. I mean,
But we out. Peace out.